Okay, everybody, thank you for joining us this evening for Awards Night 2020. It's definitely not the way that we had planned on doing it, but we're doing our best to make sure that all of our students will be recognized and that you all can enjoy and join with us in celebrating all of their accomplishments this evening. Let's begin with prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, you give us all good gifts, our abilities and talents, our strength and energy, and the time of grace during which we serve you. You plot the courses of our lives, you walk beside us, and you protect us from our spiritual enemies. And we know you bless us on the way. We gather this evening to celebrate your blessings and to offer thanks for the successes you have granted to our students. We ask that you remain with them and with us all. We are confident in your care, for you have demonstrated your love in many ways. We thank you, Lord, for the many blessings you granted throughout this school year. May we learn from our failures and shortcomings, and may we always give you glory for our achievements. We truly are your children and servants in the body of Christ. Bless the future of these young people, of our Christian churches, of our Christian homes and schools, and all of us as we look forward to an eternity together in heaven. We bring these praises and petitions in our Savior's name. Amen. So good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. This is the first time I've actually worn a tie, except for Easter, since this whole distance learning started. I'm thinking we may need to review our dress code for the fall. My prayers are that you are all safe, and that the Lord is giving you peace during a difficult time, and that you are finding ways to still connect with each other. We do miss you very much. We're here to thank our God for the many blessings that he has given to our Titan students. We're so blessed at ML. And tonight is going to be a visual realization just how blessed we are. We're blessed by you, supportive parents, who are encouraging your children's teachers and really partnering with them in a more intimate way than you probably ever imagined. We're blessed with the finest group of teachers that I get to work with every single day, who are focused on the ministry and on their students' personal, physical, emotional, and most importantly, spiritual well-being. We're blessed by a dedicated student body from which the Lord has given academic, athletic, fine arts, and spiritual gifts far beyond what these awards tonight are going to show. We're ultimately blessed to have this place and to have one another, even at a distance. We're blessed because through this school we can encourage each other in the one thing needed for these young people and for our families. Now, as we recognize these Titans for all they've done this year, let us give glory to our Lord for his goodness and love. To him alone be the glory. Our theme for this school year has been speaking the truth in love, and that's based on a great reminder from Scripture. The verse right before our theme verse is, "Then we will no longer be infants, tossed back and forth by the waves and blown here and there by every wind of teaching and by the cunning and craftiness of people in their deceitful scheming." There's a lot of cunning and craftiness going on right now in our world, and the devil trying to divide us. Instead, speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become in every respect the mature body of him who is the head, that is Christ. From him the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, grows and builds itself up in love as each part does its work. What a great reminder. Now, as we gather together in this unique way, it's important to be reminded of how important speaking the truth in love is. Through it, God promises us that we will grow closer to him. And we don't just do this individually, but collectively as each part does its work in love. This ministry, we pray, has been a blessing to the students and families during this difficult time. I know it has been for me and for your teachers at ML. One of the greatest blessings that we have here at Michigan Lutheran is our staff, the fact that we are all united around our mission, which is Christ-centered learning for Christ-centered living. We're going to take a moment now and thank Mr. Lillo for his service to our Lord through his time here at ML. Mr. Lillo's been a blessing to many Titans and their families for the past 32 years. He was assigned here out of college and has grown into an exemplary educator who has led our math department, and he's built a curriculum of excellence. He's led as a coach and has fulfilled many other job descriptions over the years. It's been a blessing to me to have worked with Mr. Lillo the last 8 years and to know that what is happening in his classroom is phenomenal teaching, preparing our students for the next level. ML has been blessed by you and your family, and we know you will be a blessing to Divine Savior. Please find time on May 15th from 11 o'clock till about 12:30 to drive through the parking lot to thank Mr. Lillo and offer a kind word and or a gift. Thank you, Mr. Lillo. Godspeed and blessings to you in your next stage of your journey. We have this plaque for you, which reads, Michigan Lutheran High School thanks Jeffrey Lillo for his years of faithful service. Forever a Titan. Be faithful to the point of death, and I will give you the crown of life, from Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Thank you very much for your service, Mr. Lillo.
Hello, virtual viewers. I am Shannon Eggers, the Fine Arts Department Chair, and I'm here to present the Music Awards for Michigan Lutheran High School's Music Department. In our 50 years of existence, Fine Arts has been a really treasured part of that, and this year is no exception. Out of 117 students, 96 participated in our music program during the 2019 to 2020 school year. Even though our school year was unusual and we weren't able to offer our full normal programming, I have still been astounded by the talent and dedication of our students that they displayed in the short time that I've known them. It has been a true privilege to work with these students in the endeavor of making music to our Lord. And I anxiously await the day when we can gather together again to make beautiful music. So thank you, students, and I miss you. Thank you also to the countless volunteers who helped make this program possible. Without your musical, technical, public relational, financial, and other gifts, it just wouldn't be the same. We wouldn't be able to give the offerings that we do. Thank you also to the parents of our marvelous students. Your guidance and dedication to your children's musical talents has enabled them to reach their God-given potential. Thank you for your partnership this year, and I look forward to our continued collaboration in the future. And now for the awards. We'll start with general awards. Students may earn a Fine Arts letter by accumulating points over the course of the year. Points are awarded for participating in music events inside and outside of ML. When students achieve a certain amount of points in the course of a year, they earn a letter, like such. If it is your first time earning, this is what you get. If it is your second or third or maybe even fourth time earning, you receive pins respective to what you participated in. The following students have achieved a letter in Fine Arts for the 2019-2020 school year. Daniel Adams, Sarah Adams, Alex Becker, Clare Berghaus, Tanner Berghaus, Sophie Garcia, Mia Harris, Abby Markey, Emily Marske, Autumn McCune, Katie Rainey, Jordan Ramirez, Adam Rosenbaum, Joel Roth, Meg Stungel, and Kennedy Stilson. Thank you for your participation to all of you in our music program this year. The next three awards are special awards that are given out nationally to prestigious members of high school music programs across the country. These students are recognized by myself and their fellow classmates through nominations that I gather. Their input helps guide these awardings. The first award that we are going to go through is the School National Choral Award, given to a male and female recipient from our Titan choirs. Our female recipient has been a dedicated member of our program throughout her entire high school career. Her classmates noted her ability, and they overwhelmingly nominated her, and noted her willingness to lead and help vocally and in sectionals. Students noted time and again her vocal talent and her passion for singing. She has been a festival singer for 4 years, and she also made use of her vocal skills in her congregation's worship services and our Lutheran chorale, just to name a few of her musical accomplishments. She's also been a very huge help to me this year as I have transitioned into the role as Fine Arts Director at ML. Her dedication to praising God with her musical gifts was evident day in and day out. So this year, I proudly proudly present the National School Choral Award to our female recipient, Meg Stungel. Congratulations, Meg. Now we move on to our male recipient. Our male recipient was also overwhelmingly recommended by his peers. He was identified as being a dedicated and talented member. He was a great role model for his fellow classmates. Many of his peers noted that he keeps a positive attitude during singing. I noticed that he works vocally to lead others, not just through his words, but through his actual singing to help guide the members of his section, especially during tricky parts of the songs. He has been a choir member for 3.5 years, and he's participated in the Festival Singers for 2 years. It is my pleasure to award this year's Male National School Choral Award to Max Plucker. Congratulations, Max and Meg, for your great work in our programs, and we look forward to seeing how you glorify God as you both go on to Martin Luther College to use your gifts. Thank you. We now move on to 2 National Instrumental Awards given out. The first one is the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, which comes with this beautiful plaque of Louis Armstrong. The Louis Armstrong Award is given to a player from the ML Jazz Band who has shown musicianship, character, and individual creativity in the category of jazz music. Our recipient has shown enthusiasm to participate since the beginning of the year. She volunteered to play bass guitar even though she was going to be learning as she went. She took it upon herself to consistently practice on a daily basis. Even her friends noted that she would practice when they were hanging out. Throughout the year, she has become a proficient bass guitar player, and she has been a great collaborator and someone who really listens to instruction to improve. She has become a great foundation of our rhythm section in the jazz band. So I look forward to seeing all the work that she will achieve in the future. This year's Louis Armstrong Jazz Award goes to Autumn McCune. Congratulations, Autumn. And next, the John Philip Sousa Award. Each year, the John Philip Sousa Award is given to recognize a student's superior dedication and musicianship, developing abilities, good leadership, and strong interest and commitment in the area of concert band and ensemble music. Our recipient for this year is qualified in many ways. Her classmates noticed that she is devoted in and out of ML. She held first chair the last 2 years and plays in the jazz band, and she holds her own for the multiple solos that she has had. She also participates in her congregation in worship services, and she plays her instrument many times for them. She comes prepared to band and is enthusiastic to utilize her musical talents wherever she can. She also displays leadership, helping her section improve, and she even delegates out solos throughout her section for the year as well, which is amazing to see. We will dearly miss her positive and diligent manner in our bands. This year, congratulations to Clare Berghaus. Congrats. Lastly, I would like to thank and recognize those students that have participated in our music program for all 4 years of their time at ML. For your dedication, you will receive an extra pin, an Outstanding Musician pin, as a way of thanks for all the work that you have done to give glory to God in your gifts. And I, as well as your other faculty members and family, I'm sure as well, pray that you continue to use your gifts to glorify God and find new and exciting ways to use music to serve Him in your life. The following members were in choir all 4 years of their time at ML. Clare Berghaus, Meg Stungel, Rebecca Heisel, Katie Rainey, and Jesus Rojas, and Olivia Webb. Thank you so much for all the work that you've done. We also have 2 members that were in band for all 4 years. That is Meg Stungel and Clare Berghaus. May God continue to bless you seniors that were in it all 4 years, as well as all of the seniors as you go on and find new ways to live your musical life. I hope to hear about the ways that you have, and if I miss you on this list of 4 years, please let me know. God's blessings and your future.
I would like to present to you the Michigan Lutheran High School Student Council 2019-2020. Officers: President Mara Rugen, Vice President Clare Berghaus, Secretary Rebecca Heisel, Treasurer Evie Clare, Representatives in alphabetical order: Adam Conrad, Andrea Heisel, Andy Semenek. Brendan Rock, Brooke Gerlach, Camari Whitehead, Elise DeWeird, Emily Kurlikowski, Emily Marske, Gavin Beilman, Gwen Loethen, Haley Conrad, Jesse Jewell, Jordan Ramirez, Josie Vandermarket, Katie Marquardt, Maria Rush, Meg Stungel, Shane Elliott, Sophie Garcia, Tanner Berghaus, and me, the advisor, Mr. Poppenfuss, since 1991. I would like to remind all the students under 12th grade that the applications will be coming out. So take a look for that. Mr. Herbst will share some information in regards to that over Google Classroom. I would like to thank all of the members from 2019-2020 for their hard work, and looking forward to those who will sign the applications and who will return for next year, and a lot of new faces, hopefully, as well. Well done, good and faithful servants. I'd like to share with you Michigan Lutheran High School Titan Trap Team, T3. This is a picture of the shooting event that we host at Howard Township in Niles. This year I would like to recognize 3 shooters who signed up for the SCTP. While they're not in this picture, you can see that these people are shooting for a spot on the Olympic team. Well, the 3 shooters I'm going to present to you will not be shooting for a spot on the Olympic team right now. They are waiting for the sanctions to be lifted so they can shoot competitively this summer. This is part of the Scholastic Shooting Sports Foundation. Ross Clare. Last year, Ross shot a perfect 25. Mari Stegman. Started out strong last year, and by the end of summer was chasing perfection with scores of 23s and 24s. And the newcomer, the duster from Indiana, Alex Becker. I know that there was lots of shooters who were waiting for the spring season to begin, but I was never able to get a list of their names. Stay tuned, everybody. This is our 12th year, and Lucky 13 is coming up. I do want to give a shout out to our senior shooters who shot last year. Stay safe and keep on busting those clays. Ross Clare, a 4-year shooter for the Titan Trap team. Last year he had a competition average of 80.8. Abby Harris, as a first-year shooter for us, she ended up breaking more than got away. Good job, Abby. Stay safe out there and take a kid to the range. We've shot at all 3 of these ranges: Berrien County Sportsman Club by the Kickers, Watervliet Rod and Gun Club on the east side of the landfill in Watervliet, and the Coloma Rod and Gun Club, which is across the interstate from Krennic RV. Take a kid to the range. I would like to share with you Michigan Lutheran High School's robotics team. It is Team 2959 CW Tech Robotarians. What is FIRST Robotics? It is a robotics competition. What kind of students are needed? Designers, builders, electrical workers, programmers, marketing people, spirit artists, safety team members, and speakers. As you can see, there is a wide variety of opportunities for students at Michigan Lutheran High School to be involved in FIRST Robotics. What's in it for me or you? A chance to earn a varsity letter. An opportunity to work closely with mentors in technical fields. And, yes, you read that right, more than $80 million worth of scholarships available to FIRST participants. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that's a lot of money per student involved in FIRST Robotics. Our team members this year were Ross Clare, Camden Brooks, Evie Clare, Daniel Ryu, Samuel Daly, Timothy McLaughlin, Our team meets Monday through Friday from 5 to 8 and Saturdays from 11 to 5 at OSCO in Benton Harbor from January through April. We understand that you may be involved in other activities, and that's okay because perfect attendance is not required. Maybe next year you can be a Robotarian and join our team 2959 CW Tech Robotarians, the robotics team at Michigan Lutheran High School.
Hello everyone, this is Mr. Lillo with this year's Meet Math results. We were able to get all 4 contests in, so I do have the final standings and I have which of our students finished amongst the top scorers in the country. Starting off with our freshmen and sophomores, if you remember going into the last contest, we were in first place. But you'll see in the standings, we did fall to second. The last contest was a 20-pointer for us, our lowest of the year, but it was in line with everyone else except for Apostles. Got a 29 out of a possible 30 on that one, knocking us out of our first place position. But hats off to Apostles. Nice job there on that good finish there. And great job, freshmen and sophomore Titans, on great scores throughout the year. The freshmen sophomores that scored amongst the highest out of a possible 24 points. We see Emily Marske here with 16. Jenny Patra-Rungrong at 17. Maddie Swisher at 18. And then the highest score in the nation was someone who got all 24 points, and it was a student from Apostles. But you'll notice close behind that were a couple at 21, and then our very own Ricky Hill, Daniel Ryu with their 20 points. Nice job on some high scores there. All of you, good luck next year on it as well. Our juniors and seniors going into the last contest, we were trailing Great Plains by a bit, but you will notice we moved up in the standings into a third place spot. We even caught a little bit of ground on Great Plains. We outscored them on that last contest by a couple. And the big one was West was ahead of us, but we outscored them by a point and pulled into a third place tie with West Lutheran. Nice job, juniors and seniors. Although you also see there are a couple of sophomores that end up in this as well, and even ended up amongst our high scorers. So out of the 28 points possible, we have Clare Berghaus and Maria Rush came away with 15. Jenny Patra-Rungrong, a sophomore, at 17. Another sophomore, Daniel Ryu, scored 24 out of the 28. And the highest scorer in the country did get all 28 points. Another student from Apostles in San Jose, but close behind him, you'll see a Great Plains student, Colin Yeager, and our very own Shane Patra-Rungrong with 27 out of 28. Great job there, guys. Little side note there, that Colin Yeager, that would be the son of my former high school teacher, Gene Yeager. But great job, Titan juniors and seniors, on a great year of meet math contests.
So this year, Mr. Herbst, had the privilege of taking over the academic challenge team. I had overseen this group a few years back, and with Ms. Zabel departing last year, it gave me the chance to try it once again. We meet or after school about once a week at the beginning of the season, which starts in October, and then sporadically throughout the year, prior to our competitions, which go all the way through March. This year we had 7 competition dates, so it's a pretty spread out season and one that gets many different students involved. We do know that we have a number of very active students in other things, so scheduling around those are sometimes challenging, and whoever can make those practices can make them after school. We appreciate it. At the competitions, we compete in a quiz bowl setting versus different local schools in a 3-round competition. It's live streamed on WSJM's Facebook page, and then a podcast is played on Sundays on WSJM as well. Schools as big as St. Joe High School and as small as us go head to head in our competitions. This year we ended the season 5-2 and went into the finals as the number 1 seed. They actually brought 4 teams into the semifinals, and they had a 60-second round, which knocked us out, which is okay. They had a great season. The finals this year, that date was actually scheduled the same day as our top 2 scorers and our 2 captains were on their way to Bandfest in Wisconsin. As I mentioned, we have very active students, and we're very proud of Jordan and Emily for getting the opportunity to go to Bandfest, which did take them out of the competition on that finals night. But I believe that we have a great team returning, only going to miss Ross next year as our only senior who is departing. And it's going to be a great team and a great opportunity again next year. So I hope you all come back for more academic challenge next year. Thanks a lot to Chet McGee, Dory Schlut, Josie Vandermark, Ross Clare, Evie Clare, Gavin Beilman, Maddie Swisher, Brendan Rock, Emily Marske, and Jordan Ramirez for being part of this year's Academic Challenge team.
Hey guys, this is Coach Pauly. Hope everyone's staying safe and healthy out there. I know we were disappointed when our season came to an end. Just wanted to give you a brief little talk here. It's tough with all of the hard work and everything that we put in coming into this season. We had high expectations. All of you guys that, were playing multiple sports, playing travel baseball, going to pitching coaches, hitting coaches, individual workouts, things like that. It's tough to not be able to see that hard work come to fruition this season. But just know that hard work will pay off for you eventually. We'll be back playing baseball soon, hopefully. When we do, we'll be better than ever. I also want to thank my coaching staff, Colin Ritter and Brad Briney. Their work, in the off season goes appreciated too. The toughest thing is for the senior athletes. We had one senior 4-year player, Daniel Grable. One of my challenges every year for our senior group is to leave the program in a better shape than when you first came in as a freshman, and I can safely say that happened with the 4 years that Daniel put into the program. We had a pretty good season last season, and we were looking forward to big things this year. And going into next year, I challenge our team to stay active. It's really important after missing out on a whole season to try to stay active. Go out for jogs, throw a ball around if you can with a brother, sister, parent, throw it into a net. And then come this fall, hopefully things are back to normal, and I encourage you strongly to play a fall sport and winter sport. You have to stay active, build up that muscle memory so that we're not coming into next season out of shape. But other than that, guys, stay safe. We'll be back stronger than ever in the 2021 season. Other than that, guys, stay in touch. I miss you guys. I miss coaching you guys, and I know my other assistants do as well. But we'll hopefully see you soon.
Hi, my name is Jim Dumke. I am the head varsity softball coach at Michigan Lutheran. This would have been my first year back as a head coach. My two assistants, Amber Lehman and Beth Weiss, both have experience at Michigan Lutheran, having been coaches already. I was the head coach at Michigan Lutheran years ago. So basically, we are a seasoned rookie softball coaching staff. Then all of a sudden, this went away. We did get in some open gyms. We did get almost a week of practice, and I want to thank my coaches both for taking care of that for me as I was driving the bus for basketball. After thinking about it for a while and realizing the disappointment of the players, I came to the conclusion that even though we didn't actually get to play on the field, we did gain experience. We saw commitment. We saw people, especially the athletes, changing their lives to fit the softball program. Very impressive. Probably more dedication than I would have ever imagined. And my thanks goes out to the 14 young ladies who signed up to play for our team. It's been decided through the BCS conference that all seniors will receive a conference award, and all the players that either attended open gym or practice or intended to will receive a varsity letter. And with that, we appreciate the fact that all these players were going to take a risk of a new coaching staff, sort of open for everybody. Now, on to the players. We have seniors, Francis Chukwu, Olivia McLaughlin, and Katie Rainey. Our juniors, Alexia Tobias, Emily Kurlikowski, Josie Vandermarkt, Kennedy Stilson. Sophomore, Stella Lyons, who through transfer was ineligible to play. She would have been our manager for the year. A freshman, by far the most, Camari Whitehead, Reese Garcia, Jayden Beck, Abigail Marquis, Sarah Adams, and Paige Martin. I'd like to personally thank all of you for coming out for softball. Next year, with blessings from God, the tenacity of the ML Athletics, hopefully we will be out on the field, hitting the home runs, catching the flies, and diving for the ground balls. Thank you.
Today I would like to, on behalf of Coach Vinny, Deanna, and I, congratulate all the players of the 2020 Varsity Ladies Soccer team. I would like to express that with you, I felt amiss about the opportunities missed, as if our whole season was dashed by forces out of our control. These feelings are amplified when my thoughts go out to Rebecca Heil, our only senior. While 2020 may have been an abbreviated season, generously speaking, we can take solace in the fact that we were and will still be able to accomplish much. With the 2020 season, we now have an actual soccer program. What I mean by a soccer program is that you have put in place what it takes to obtain the next level, a process for all players to become leaders on whatever field life may take you, whether it's soccer or not. Our soccer program is headed by volunteer captains Ellie Primarano, Autumn McCune, Evie McClare, and last but not least, Rebecca Heil. These captains are expected to show their leadership both on and off the field, and given adversity like never seen before in history, set before them did so remarkably. These captains should take pride in holding the team together through this and will continue to see the team through to the other side. Each took responsibility for the team, being Natalie Ritter, Elise Townley, Vanessa Wolfram, Katie Marquardt, Andrea Heil, Elise DeWeird, Ava Beilman, Alana Lemke, Lilly Townley, Jules Kohler, and Tori Johnson. Our soccer program has just started its engine and is tuning up to be a program to be a part of. Our soccer program that will be there for our players' interests. A good varsity soccer program can catapult to, as some should dream on this team, based upon what others have told me and what I have saw for myself, becoming professional soccer players or other things in life, whether you want to go into engineering, mathematics, teaching, writing, all professions that require leadership, or some would argue just the art of having fun. When I speak about our captains carrying us to the other side, I mean that our team will continue to stick together as teams should. When this whole thing clears up, and it will, I will schedule opportunities for all those who want to see this through, keep the team together, and show what you are capable of. Lastly, I would like to mention, looking forward to the formal 2021 season, Vinny, Deanna, and I have dedicated it to Rebecca, who will keep us up to date on everything going on in her college soccer career. Congratulations, Rebecca. We will remember her before every game. Go Titans.
Well, thank you. Sad we can't be together because of the virus, but we've been thinking of you and trying to work out different ways how we can help you stay strong and how do we make up this time that's been lost. What we'll do for lifters who are already in the program, tradition when you're done lifting, you are done the Saturday or Sunday before you graduate. We're going to let those lifters in the program continue until they go to school, or ML starts school back up in August as a way to help you attain those goals. Program is in its 11th year. We've been very fortunate to have over 40 young ladies this year part of the program. Very fortunate to have great coaches like Coach Williams and 9 other coaches who help us, Mike Semenak, Clint Swisher, I want to make sure I don't miss any of them, Carrie Holmes, who helps us and start us with core workouts, Morgan McGee, a Hall of Famer, Mike Bartley, Kevin Skarupa, Emily Wachowski, who helps when she comes home from the summers and winters, and Braden Meyer, and the same. And our goal is to help you be stronger, not just physically, but mentally, make you perform better in your sports. And we have ladies now who are not in sports, in drama and music, and so it's a great opportunity to come together from 6th grade through 12th grade to work together. And we've been very proud of the effort that you have put in this program to make it what it is, one of the best lifting female programs, regardless of the size of school in the state of Michigan. And as Coach Williams is holding up the trophy, and we have the trophies from this year, very proud of both the efforts that the varsity did, which is juniors and seniors, coming in 2nd place just behind Three Rivers, which has 600 some odd students in their schools, and the JVs, which is 6th, 7th through 10th grade, winning that, competing against schools from 500 to 1,500 students. For a school of 118 students speaks well of what you, as ladies and parents, you supporting your daughters week in and week out. Is unlike other schools, we have to do this on our spare time. And I know your daughters are already spread pretty thin, so we appreciate all the effort you have put in. So we'll let Coach Williams talk a little bit, then we'll finish up with our seniors.
Yep, so I'll just say I've been involved in this program probably for the last 5 years or so. Really impressed with the young ladies and their dedication. As Brett said, it was what started as a sport to supplement other sports to help the girls get stronger in their bodies to prevent injuries. Has really grown tremendously and brought in girls that aren't participating in other organized sports but have come in here and continue to come, and just real impressed with their dedication. They're getting along with each other, and the good times that they have when they're here. Really impressed, and thrilled to be a part of this program to help these young ladies grow stronger and physically and spiritually going forward.
And without coaches like Coach Doug Williams and the others, this program would be a disaster. Without them coming in here week in and week out, they don't have daughters in here anymore. They're here to help your daughters be stronger. And when you put 20, 25 young ladies in this room, it gets real tight real quick. And to think that we've really only had one injury in all these years is because of coaches like Doug Williams and the others who help out on squat, who help out on deadlift, who keep things organized and safe so your daughters are not putting themselves in harm's way. But now we want to celebrate our seniors, and really this group is what we talk about is, you know, this program, it's never too late to start. You know, we've had young ladies start their senior year, we've had young ladies start in 7th grade. It's never too late to take care of your body and learn that. And as we go through our seniors, one of those is Francis Chukwu. Did I say that right? Chukwu. We'll go off what Coach Williams said. Francis came to me at the start of the second semester and said, "Hey, Coach, can I do the lifting competition?" And I said, "Sure, you got to come to the lifting to head up that." And she did. She was smiling, and you could tell the eagerness. And I'm sure, Francis, as you listen, you would tell the others, you probably wish you would start a little bit sooner. But we're thankful for when you did come. You were always great enthusiasm, big smile, and I appreciate you having the courage to come up to me and ask halfway through your senior year if you can join. Our next senior is Olivia McLaughlin. Olivia, we had tried to get the lift her freshman and sophomore year. Finally cornered her softball season, and she decided to give it a try. And did Olivia ever do well? Olivia won the first and only state championship of any sort at Michigan Lutheran her junior year at the state competition, and as a senior set the state record for bench. And Olivia is an example of a student who did above and beyond. What we do in here will make you good. What you do outside of here can make you great. And Olivia and her parents, and especially her father, spent a tremendous amount of time on their own in the weight room. Our next senior that we want to celebrate is Meg Stundle. And Meg was really the first young lady who crossed over from the non-sports into lifting, which really opened the door for so many other young ladies who I think once they saw Meg said, "Hey, I don't have to be into sports," as Meg is our superstar in drama and music. And it really encouraged and brought in another group of young ladies that we're very thankful for. Meg right now is at 483,000 pounds, just short of $500,000. Meg obviously lives in Wisconsin where her mom and dad are now. If she can come back for a week, she'll earn her $500,000 shirt. Again, we're going to allow everybody, especially seniors, once we can come back from the coronavirus, to finish out lifting and try to get to that final level that I know a lot of you are hoping for. Our next senior is Clare Berghaus. She's at 874,000 pounds. She's 31st on the all-time list. Claire always did good work her freshman, sophomore, and junior years, and then it started to do senior. She's like, "What do I have to do to get to that million? What do I have to do to get to that shirt?"
Yeah, that's one thing I saw in Claire. You could see that dedication. She wanted to get to the 1,000,000 pounds, and she was working hard at it, and really impressed with her, her dedication and worthiness to drive to that goal.
Yeah, and if it were not for the coronavirus, she would have had it by now. I hope we have that opportunity for her to come back and finish up in hopefully June, July, part of August to get there. She's not that far away. But also spurred you, Claire, to have a phenomenal, I think, senior year in volleyball and definitely in basketball. I thought the growth that you had physically and confident, especially since your freshman year to senior, was huge. Our next lifter is Katie Rainey. Katie's 30th at 876,000 pounds. Katie comes with about as much energy as humanly possible. She's always bouncing around and did a great job in the weight room. You know, she loved volleyball, did a great job in that, and she was going to play softball here her senior year to help out the team. Sadly, you weren't able to do that. But again, we appreciate all that you did, especially in the competition. You filled out the weight class that we didn't have a lot of girls in, and help us score a lot of points, and hopefully we can get back in here too, so you can get a chance to earn that million-pound shirt before you leave for the next stage of your life. Our next senior is Abby Harris. She's 28th all time, 913 pounds. Abby had an okay junior year, but Abby had a phenomenal senior year. In the weight room, out in volleyball, definitely in basketball, was a major force behind that, and a good example to our young girls that you don't quit. You keep working, you persevere, you push through it, and only be 80,000 or 85,000 pounds short of $1 million. I really pray that we can get this weight room reopened, even if it means we have to come in groups, and help you get to that $1 million shirt before you head off to college. Our last senior, who did earn her Hall of Fame status, which is £1 million, 75% attendance, and who has earned the scholarship that we have through the Berry Community Foundation, who's going on to Anderson to play soccer, is Rebecca Heisel. She currently is 14th on the all-time list, just ahead of her sister, at 1,197 pounds, and finishes with 93% attendance. Always a hard worker. You know, everybody's body is made differently, and she was never built to be a massive player, or, you know, big arms, but she was always stronger than her opponents out there because she knew how to use her body to her advantage, especially in basketball. I think she had an incredible senior year out there finishing, and how you run again like Claire from freshman to senior. For me, on the court, it was huge, and your attitude in the weight room was always appreciated as you and your family took advantage of the Saturday lifts. And when all three of you were lifted, it really made it worthwhile for us to continue and expand the Saturday lifts. So congratulations to Rebecca, and we'll be adding your name and maybe a couple more up here at the end of the summer on the Hall of Fame board. Anything else you want to say, Coach?
No, congratulations, Rebecca, on all your hard work, and all the seniors on all your hard work through the years, and all the underclassmen. Look forward to getting you guys back in here and making great things happen next year. Continue this winning tradition of this powerlifting program here at Michigan Lutheran High School.
And to the parents, thank you. Till your kids can drive, you're the ones driving or having to wait. We appreciate that. Some of you come a long distance. We encourage you to invite your friends. That is the best way we can continue to maintain the program, to grow the program even more, is by your friends reaching out and asking their friends to come. Because this is a difficult place to walk into the first time if you don't know anybody, because it can be intimidating just because of the weights and sounds and different things. But if they know there's a friend there waiting for them, it makes it that much easier. So we thank you. We pray everybody stays safe, no one gets sick, and then once the order to allow us to come back in is allowed, we'll be contacting everybody, and we'll work that out, how that looks in the future here for the summer. Until then, we appreciate everybody's time. Have a great summer, and God bless to all of you.
Go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege and honor at this time to present some special end-of-the-year athletic awards. And we'll start with the BCS Conference Scholar Athlete Awards. By the bylaws of the conference, these awards are given to individuals that have at least a 3.5 GPA, and that would be a cumulative GPA, and have won a varsity letter in a conference sport. So freshmen, first of all, scholar athletes, BCS Conference Scholar Athletes: Jackson Anderson, Tori Johnson, Natalie Ritter, Samuel Daly, Juliana Kaler, Gavin Beilman, Alex Becker, Adam Conrad, Abigail Marquis, Elena Lemke, Sarah Adams. That's the freshmen. Congratulations, freshmen scholar athletes. Moving to the sophomore class, we have Brooke Gerlach, Elise DeWeird, Joshua Tahaney, and Nicholas Lockman. Congratulations, sophomore scholar athletes. Now the junior class. BCS Conference Scholar Athletes. Evie Clare, Jenna Kaler, Emily Kurlikowski, Alexander Ritter, Dorian Schlute, Josie Vandermarkt, Catherine Marquardt, Haley Conrad, Jordan Ramirez, Sophie Garcia, Alexi Tobias, Adam Rosenbaum, Joel Roth, Kennedy Stilson, Andrew Semenak, Jessica Jewell, and Daniel Adams. Congratulations, a good bunch of junior scholar athletes. And now for our seniors. Clare Berghaus, Maria Rush, Rebecca Heisel, Mara Rugen, Daniel Grable, Max Plucker, Olivia McLaughlin, and Ross Clare. 40 Titan Scholar athletes from the BCS Conference. Congratulations. Right now you are getting a virtual standing ovation. You just can't see it. Moving on. It's my privilege to award the Titan Distinguished Athlete Awards. These awards are given to one male, one female athlete that show courage, poise, and perseverance. And the two winners this year are Rebecca Heisel and Max Plucker. Congratulations. Next we have the Titan Scholar Athlete Awards. This is the best combination of scholarship and contribution to athletics. And the two winners this year are Maria Rush and Andrew DeWeerd. Congratulations to those two. And now we have the nominations from Michigan Lutheran High School to the Harold Palladium for the Harold Palladium Senior Athlete of the Year. This year's Titan nominees for this award are Mara Rugen and Daniel Grable. Congratulations to you two. Recognize the winner of this year's Robert Gritzmacher Senior Athlete Award. This award is given in honor of Bob Gritzmacher, Michigan Lutheran's first athletic director and football coach. And the criteria for this award: leadership by example, sportsmanship, effort, and contribution to athletics at Michigan Lutheran. And before I announce this year's winner, it's customary that we read all the winners of the past. And every one of these past winners did incredible things their senior year at Michigan Lutheran and deserve to be recognized each year and remembered for their achievements. So this award started in 1979. So these are the winners from the past. In 79, Dave Warsko, followed by Sherry Ackright, Tim Tahaney, Brian Nips. In 1983, Bob Tahaney. Next year, Dennis Crum, Carl Kramers, Paul Nolte, Rick Hill. In 88, Andy Biesterfeld, followed by Leslie Holly, Jennifer Podgen, Bert Follick. 1992, Jenny Russell, then Melissa Garland, Dan Ott, Steve Mahalik, Corinne Robards. 1997, Andrew Eggert, Sarah Nolte, Jake Briney, 1999, followed by Dan Crowder, Jessica Eggert, Mark Nolte, Abby Gephardt in 2002, followed by Dana Schiebel, Rick Breinling, Brian Gephardt, Morgan Bennett, Tyler Briney, 2007, Cale Pauley, Anita Skaggs, Linda Kenyon, Justin Seabach, 2011, in 12, Elijah Kubath, in 13, Caitlin Weber, 2014, Jordan Briney. 2015, Kayla Rosenbaum. 2016, Corey Burnett. 2017, Emily Witkowski. 2018, Sarah Jackmeyer. 2018, also Allison Semenak. And this year's winner for Leadership by Example, Sportsmanship, Effort, and Contribution to Athletics is Mara Rugen. Congratulations, Mara. Good job.
Hi, good evening. I'm Mrs. Elder, and I'm the guidance director here at Michigan Lutheran. Tonight, just want to briefly talk to you about some scholarships the seniors have been awarded throughout this school year and going on to their future plans. I'd like you to take a look at this handout. This handout was attached in an email, so you can see everybody's scholarships they've been awarded. And this is only ones that we have been aware of. There are plenty of scholarships out there that the students have applied for. They just haven't heard back yet whether they have been given those scholarships or not. And the ones that are starred, those are the ones that the students are accepting for the next school year, the 2021 school year. They have done a great job. They have earned every single amount of dollars that they've been given. They've done just an immaculate job. So congratulations, seniors. Way to go. Way to earn that money for your future plans. There is another scholarship that is given out from Michigan. It's called the Michigan Competitive Scholarship, and it's for undergraduates that are pursuing their first degree in an approved Michigan secondary institution. They have to prove both financial need and merit, and they have to have a qualifying SAT score, and completed the FAFSA by March 1st. These students have no clue that they've been awarded this scholarship. And for more information on it, seniors, there will be stuff in your awards packet to show you more about how to get this scholarship. So this year's Michigan Competitive Scholars are Clare Berghaus, Francis Chukwu, Daniel Grable, Rebecca Heisel, Shane Putrarungram, Maria Rush, and Meg Stunkel. Congratulations, seniors. Way to go. The last award I'd like to highlight is that we have many students that are off campus during the school year doing CTE and very much non-traditional courses. Lakeshore is one that we definitely partner with, but St. Joe High School and lots of other places we do partnership throughout the year. There's one student who has earned an award this year from Lakeshore High School, and that is Ross Clare. He has earned the Welding Outstanding CTE Student for the 1920 school year, and that was given by Lakeshore. Congratulations, Ross. Way to go. And then that's it for me for tonight. Have a great night.
Our next award is called the BCS Academic Senior Scholars. Each year, the BCS, which is our sports conference, has a special recognition day that has nothing to do with sports. Each school is given a formula to determine its top 5 academic scholars in the senior class. It's determined by a formula that uses both GPA and their SAT score. These 5 that you see here had been told earlier that they were chosen, but they never got their dinner or their award. So parents, make sure you give them a nice opportunity to choose dinner sometime very soon, and I will make sure that they get their plaque. Congratulations to these 5, Clare Berghaus, Maria Rush, Meg Stungel, Rebecca Heisel, and Mara Rugen on being this year's BCS Academic Senior Scholars. Our next award is called the President's Award for Educational Excellence. The recipients of this award must be seniors. They must have had a GPA of 3.5 or higher after 7 semesters, and they must have achieved the top 20% on the SAT, which is the 80th percentile or better, 1280 or better on the SAT. This list needs to be approved by me, the principal, and I approve of the 2 winners of this award this year. So congratulations to Clare Berghaus and Maria Rush for winning this prestigious award. Next, we're going to do our academic recognition. There are 2 levels of academic recognition at Michigan Lutheran High School. We have honors and special honors. Honors is 3.25 GPA to 3.74 GPA for 3 quarters of the school year. Special honors is 3.75 to 4.0 for the first 3 quarters of the current school year. Both receive an academic letter upon winning the first time, and then they receive a gold or silver bar for successive honors. This year, 56 students of our student body, which makes up 48% of the students, are on the honor roll or special honors. I'll begin with the honor roll for the freshmen. 16 of the 31 students, which is 52% of their class, which is the highest percentage, just to let you know, received honors or special honors. I'll read the names of those freshmen who made the honor roll. Jackson Anderson, Gavin Beilman, Sarah Adams, Ava Beilman, Adam Conrad, Hannah Heston, Elena Lemke, Abigail Marquis, and Timothy McLaughlin. And those freshmen who have special honors this year, 3.75 to 4.0 for 3 quarters, Alex Becker, Samuel Daly, Harmony Dome, Richard Hill, Tori Johnson, Juliana Kaler, and Natalie Ritter. Congratulations, freshmen, for your academic achievements this year. I'll move now into the sophomore class. There were 8 of the 20 students, 40% of their class, made honors and special honors. The sophomore class. On the honor roll for 3 quarters, Nicholas Lockman, Daniel Ryu, and Joshua Tahaney. Special honors, Elise DeWeird, Brooke Gerlach, Emily Marske, Jenny Petra-Rungrong, and Madeline Swisher. Congratulations, sophomores, for your academic achievements as well. Now the junior class, 19 of 37 students, so that's 51% of their class, made the honor roll, just 1% short of the freshmen, but great job, juniors. I'll read those names for the honor roll. Jordan Ramirez, Adam Rosenbaum, Daniel Adams, Haley Conrad, Spencer Harris, Jesse Jewell, Catherine Marquardt, Andrew Semenak, Sam Taylor, Alexia Tobias, Josie Vandermark. And the juniors who were on the special honors are Evie Clare, Sophie Garcia, Emily Kurlikowski, Jenna Kaler, Alex Ritter, Joel Roth, Dory Schlute, and Kennedy Stilson. Congratulations, juniors, for your achievements this year. And finally, the class of 2020, 13 of the 28, so 46% of them made the honor roll or the special honors this year. Once again, now the honor roll for the seniors. Francis Chukwu, Olivia Webb, Georgia Crow, and Abby Harris. And then those who made special honors, so a 3.75 to 4.0 for all 3 quarters in the class of 2020, Clare Berghaus, Daniel Grable, Rebecca Heisel, Olivia McLaughlin, Shane Petra-Rungrong, Max Plucker, Mara Rugen, Maria Rush, and Meg Stungle. Congratulations to all of you. You'll all be getting your awards in your bags and your pins and your letters for your achievement. Well done. Our next award is a prestigious award at Michigan Lutheran. It's our newest award, which is now in its 8th year. It is chosen by our administrative council after much debate about which senior most has shown a great level of growth and maturity over the past 4 years in their time here at ML, and is someone that we trust that embodies a life of service to their Lord as evident in their actions and in the use of their gifts. This is the Rising Star Award. Typically, students with top GPAs and SAT scores get a lot of recognition. But we want to remember as well students that God has gifted with the heart of a servant. This gift is so very important to the ministry of ML and to the Lord's church here on earth. This is the heart of this award. We want to recognize a student every year from the senior class that has displayed a great deal of servant leadership, one who is willing to help whenever asked. This individual also is one who has shown hard work off campus and is learning a trade and ready to begin a career right out of Michigan Lutheran. This year's recipient has been so gifted by God, and we believe he will use his gifts to do great things both in his personal life and also serve his Lord faithfully. He's demonstrated the aspects of this award over the past 4 years and embodies what we believe and hope Titans will display when they leave our campus. It's tradition to read the names of those who have won this award. I'll do that now. In 2013, it was Nicholas Hafer. 2014, Sarah Roth. 2015, Cody Laughlin. 2016, Pedro Selka, followed by 2017, Vince Skarupa. In 2018, it was Christopher Grable. Last year, 2019, was Katie Ratovich. And this year, we're proud to present this year's Rising Star Award to Ross Clare for a display of responsibility, service, significant growth. God's blessings, and we thank you for your service, Ross. Next, we're going to recognize the salutatorian and the valedictorian from the class of 2020. Our salutatorian this year had a 4.014 GPA. This year, it's Maria Rush, daughter of Gregory and Dawn Rush of St. Joseph. She's distinguished herself in athletics, academics, as well as Christian leadership in her class and throughout the school. Her future plans are to attend Grand Valley State University to study business. Congratulations, Maria. The class of 2020's valedictorian is selected by GPA and also faculty recognition. This year it is Clare Berghaus, daughter of Martin and Tracy Berghaus of St. Joseph. She has achieved a 4.027 GPA. She has distinguished herself in leadership, academics, and athletics. Claire will be attending Hillsdale College to study liberal arts and major in biochemistry and music in hopes to become a clinical research pharmacist. Our final award for the evening is the Rugen Award. This is in memory of Gustav Rugen, a founding figure in the origin of ML. Leadership, service, citizenship in school, congregation, and community. That's what this award is all about. We asked our students in the last few weeks to fill out nominations from the entire student body. The faculty then looks at this feedback and selects the individual, and it's selected by the faculty. I'll read the names of those who have won this award in the past. In 1971, it's Mark Fryer. In 1972 is Mark Fryer, followed by Tim Rimple, Ruth Skibby, Mark Brenner, Brenda Stevie, Robert Guzzi, Randy Cochran, John Briney, Gregory Wuski. 1981, Kim Warsko, Jamie Goldner, Lynn Rogan, Rick Lean, David Ott, Paul Nolte, Chris Fallick, and in 1988, Chris Fallick. 1989, Rebecca Schreier, Heidi Beege, Kelly Olson, Nathan Beege. 1993, Rebecca Anthony, Mandolin Burnt, Elizabeth Bomke. In 1996, Andrea Fallick. In 1997, a tie between Lindsay Anderson and Heather Retberg. 1998, Sarah Nolte, followed by Michelle Rimple. In 2000, Jennifer Reinhardt. 2001, Noelle Ritter, then Kelly Cernow, Gretchen Westerhoven, Ashley Emhoff. In 2005 and 2006, Jeffrey Hendricks, Jacqueline Kenyon, Patrick Ross. 2009, Allison Ott. 2010, Corey Hansen. 2011, David Kenyon. 2012, Jennifer Jackemeyer. 2013, Mitchell Conrad. 2014, Michaela Zilke. 2015, Kimberly Kenyon. 2016, Jessica Arend. 2017, Emily Witkowski. 2018, Matthew Rugen. 2019, Melanie Rock. And in 2020, the winner is Mara Rugen, the daughter of Reverend Glenn and Mary Rosenbaum of St. Joseph. Congratulations, Mara. Well-deserved honor for service, citizenship, leadership at ML. Now, to wrap up, a few dates for you to be aware of can be found on the screen. I want to highlight May 23rd. Our class of 2020 is not able to graduate on that date. However, that date has been circled as a day to remember and celebrate since the calendar came out last fall. Please decorate your car. Meet at Rogers parking lot on Glenlord Avenue at about 9:50 a.m. on the 23rd, and we will parade to ML, where I will ask the seniors to be in or on their cars so that we can honk our horns in celebrating that day with them. More information will be shared throughout the newsletter this week and next. This is not the end of the year that anyone at ML expected or would wish to repeat. However, in all of this, our prayer is that this pandemic draws each of us closer to our Lord, and that this school can continue to be a way to do that every day for all who attend. May the Lord richly bless each of you. Have a good evening.